So we're just getting ready for the next match here. I'm very pleased to say I've got actual full team lists, so I'm going to be able to sort of give you names of people as well, which is always handy for a commentator to do that sort of thing. Andrew Beattie, I remembered. I'm very terrible with names. Andrew, you were fairly decent in that last match, a bit better than the first.
Yeah, I probably pulled my finger out a little bit and had a go.
Yeah, you warmed up. You're getting on a bit, so it takes you a while to warm up. So you got that first match out the way, now you're into it.
Harsh.
I'm learning off you, buddy.
but fair. Totally fair.
I'm learning off you. I was going to say, South Africa aren't in Euro, so we don't have to worry about South Africa next year anyway. So
I don't know, have you not seen half of the England touch teams? They're full of Australians, New Zealanders and South Africans.
There is a lot of great accents around, isn't there? It really does. Anyway, let's get on to this match. Tell me.
Yeah, like two very, very good teams and full of excellent players. So Wigan, champions last year. Bareback Riders haven't lost an actual competition so far, and we've got a Welsh international playing for Bareback as well today in Gareth Revel.
Yeah. Well, this should be an absolute cracker. Bareback Riders in the red are, I think it's fair to say, pre-tournament favourites. Oh, what a pass that is! Oh, what a first try!
Definitely, and that's a pretty good combination that happens quite a lot. Jordan Melling throwing it out to Joanna on the wing. Great play. They set it up really well.
Yeah. Look at that. I think he almost catches our cameraman out here. Here he is, number one for Wigan.
There he is, Jordan Melling, picks it up. Great long ball. England mixed player, great skills, and obviously he's a good combination with his girlfriend in the corner.
Yeah, if she dropped that, it'd be a harsh evening, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
After a great pass like that.
Probably a night around Wigan on your own, I'd say.
Okay, so Wigan have started off well. And Bareback Riders, who haven't lost anything so far this year, are behind. But it's early days, plenty of minutes left. You just see there's a just the speed and the pace of the game already. There's a step up in, excuse me for saying this, but a step up in class from the previous game we just saw.
Yeah, we've still got a little bit in reserve, but no, definitely you've got two teams here who are, like I said, full of mixed internationals, so you'd expect it to be quite fast and quite skillful.
Yeah, and it is super, super fast, this is. Oh, slight miss pass there from Gabriel Pennington, number 8, and there'll be a handover, and here come Bareback. Where are Bareback Riders based from?
Yeah, technically they're a Scottish-based team, but like I said, you've got Gareth Revel, who's a Welshman, and then you've got a few English guys like Clark Hobson. So yeah, it's a Scottish team full of non-Scottish people, a bit like England touch.
I'm sure. Well, it's a hell of a way to go to train, though. If you have to go up there to do it, maybe they have some other location.
I think they're that good that they don't need to train; they just turn up and play.
Yeah.
Jungle ball.
Oh, this great pace here. Lovely speed. Finlay Lockhart. That's a Scottish name for you.
Just a little bit of a wayward pass just behind him. He couldn't catch it, but it's still tough trying to get out of your own try line here for Wigan.
Yeah, possession is not easily given away. That's also very noticeable here. You really have to work for your yards. Three tackles. Wigan into the Bareback half, and here's a lovely little move, but a quick touch there from number 13, Ryan Mimeschick.
Bareback playing a little bit of a different defensive sort of structure than some teams, having someone sort of dropping back into a low position, just hoping that they don't sort of scoop through so that they can make that touch.
Sam Halser with a great, and there's a out to the wing again, and I think there's a nod between the officials, and that has been given. Try number 2, out on the wing. Andrew, this is a great move.
Yep, and it's exactly the same combination again. You see Jordan Melling getting straight into dummy half off that tap, and then straight out to the winger again. So Joanna, so another try. So those two will be quite happy this evening.
Yeah, Samuel Grant over to Joanna Edgerton. Been a good combination. 2 tries from those two so far. And Wigan, who are the current holders of this competition, starting off really well here.
So I probably had a couple of players who aren't here totally for all the comps this year. So one of the other Mellings is away playing at London Scholars Rugby League, and Sam Grant's had to spend a lot of time at Wigan Youth. So they probably had 2 of their better players who haven't played, but I mean, look how good they are. They're still very competitive.
Yeah, that's the thing. I suppose you're having a competition like this on a Saturday. There are players who are going to actually be playing at a very high level in rugby league or rugby union. And
yeah, definitely. And it is only an amateur sport, so people are going to go to games where if you're going to get paid, you're going to go to those first.
Of course. Josh Ingram in the middle for Wigan again. Ingram looking for support. Pennington, and there's Sam Grant, and that's going to be given.
No, going to say touched.
There was a touch, yeah.
There's a good scoop through though by Sam, just a fingertip there on the winger.
And there's a hand up. Now I do need to ask you a really novice question, and I'm very sorry to ask you this on air. I should have asked you this beforehand, but this situation, sometimes a player will run through but doesn't ground and has to pass. What is the rule there for the uninitiated like me? Why can't they just put the ball down?
Yeah, so your dummy half can't score, so the dummy half has to pass before an actual try can be given. They can run with the ball, but if they get touched, then it's a handover. And obviously, if they put the ball down, then it's a handover as well. So they do have to have at least one pass.
And the dummy half is which player?
Yeah, so the person who puts the ball on the actual deck, it's the next person who picks it up.
I've got you. Well, that was a straight drop, straight giveaway possession for Bareback, and Wigan. Already, we've got 5 minutes into this match. Wigan came out all guns, blasting, didn't they? They were really firing away on all cylinders, and now the match has just moved into that next stage, and there's a bit of energy gone out the legs, and they've got those 2 goals in the bag, and they can now just settle down a little bit. Yeah,
definitely, and I think this was always going to be sort of the game to watch. 2 very good teams, and probably 2 teams that you would expect to be in the final, or at least one of those teams to be in the final.
Lovely touch there by number 9, Hannah Crisp. It's an unusual name. Calls out again. Oh, Sam Grant's being called out by Joanna again. Edgerton.
It's the right
corner. She was after the third.
It was the right play. Just the pass just didn't have enough sort of porridge behind it.
Yeah. Good quality game this is. Bareback got to try and get onto this. Clark Hobson still with the ball, plays it inside. Here's Eddie Sandron. Hobson again, looking for support. 21 is Gareth Revel. Revel's looking for a chance here. It opens the sprint, but in the end, gives it away.
Yeah, that last passage of play just shows you how good that Bareback can be. They're getting from one end of the pitch all the way up to the other, and maybe that last wayward pass, if that got to hand, then they would have had a try on the board.
Yeah. There was definitely holes in the Wigan setup, wasn't there?
Definitely.
In the defence. Here's Edgerton. Scored 2 tries so far out on the wings. Good dodge, but again another good touch from Hannah Crisp. Edgerton. Switching Robert Taylor back to here's Joshua Ingram, and here's a pass inside.
No, caught on the line.
Touch on the line, yeah. Yes, number 21 for Bareback, Gareth Revel, certainly making sure that the referee knew that there was a touch there. That'll pass out the back of the hand. That's pretty risky, but it was that last tackle?
It was last tackle. I think you can just see Wigan just sort of go up that extra notch when number 6 Jordan Mellon gets on the actual field. Just organises them quite well. He tells them where to go, and obviously that's a big advantage for that team.
Yeah, you can hear him talking all the time, can't you? He's constantly encouraging, and here's an opportunity for Bareback now. Going around the outside, Eddie Sandron. Then Miriam Evans, and that was a messy.
Yeah, I think he's saying not square when he played the ball, so your hips have to be facing up and down the field. I think he's saying that particular player wasn't doing it in that position.
Well, the refs are really keeping on top of this game. Refs are having to work pretty hard as well. That's why we have 3 of them on the pitch.
So they should, to be fair.
Yeah, there's a lot of work for them to do. Somebody just taking a hand in the eye. If you picked up a bit of swearing on our microphone, I do apologise for that. I don't think he was very happy. The referee's not having any of it. I think he's going to go off and have a little bit of a rest. So number 6, Eddie Sanjuan, they're going to be down to 5 now, the Bareback team.
Yeah, I think a bit of an accidental finger in the eye there, but the new rules for the last few comps has been if there's any swearing, then you actually get sin bin. So trying to make it a family-friendly game.
Absolutely.
So stop swearing.
We're doing all right so far, but yeah, there's no doubt that was a certain swear word for sure. Especially there are kids around here as well, and including us on that one.
They've obviously never been to Cumbria, they'll learn something.
Oh, there's a complete miss pass there. And then you sort of look at each other. That was Sam Grant and not sure the other player was involved there, but they really weren't on the same page at all on that one. It was Sam Hustle. They can talk about that one after the end of the match. This is a good pass out to the left. We're looking for a bit of pace there.
Yeah, I think again when you've got Clark and Ryan on at the same time, a little bit like having Jordan Melling on the Wigan team, you know, really organised, they can cause a little bit of mayhem, and obviously got on the outside there.
Yeah. Just got a player down at the moment, not sure.
Got a little
bit
of
what happened, I don't know,
yeah,
I don't know if it'll be too late to see it on a replay, but looks like he may have taken a finger in the eye as well or something like that, I don't know. Well, we're a man down to start with, so we're going to have a substitution there. He's going to just get a bit of water on his face to try and sort himself out.
It's a vicious game today.
Yeah. So here's Bareback. We have a man down, and the touch on the way through. So now here's an opportunity. He has Sanjuan hasn't been called back on yet. In fact, I think he has just been called on. Or the referee, yeah, he's going to go to the side of the pitch. So back to 6 aside now. And yes, he has to go off because there's already 3 men on the pitch for Bareback. So we had to have a female player come on.
That's what you want to see as well, isn't it? You want to see 2 full teams. You don't want to see one team get that advantage all the time.
Yeah. I was watching Liverpool versus Manchester City last weekend, and the first 20 minutes was cracking, and then as soon as it's sending off, turn the TV off. You know what's going to happen. You know, it completely spoils the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that was the last tackle. So it's gone very, very tight after 2 early touchdowns. It's gone suddenly a little bit tighter here. So we're going to be happy with this.
It's a bit of a testament to both defences too, isn't it? Like they're 2 very good attacking teams, but you know it's only 2-0 at the minute.
Yeah. The amount of work you have to do as a defence is incredible. Watching the effort of just the simple fact of getting 5 metres back on a tackle.
Yeah, and like I said in that sort of first game that I was sort of helping you with, it's a little bit like being in a washing machine, and now we see Bareback going through.
What a great try. What a superb try that was. Finlay Lockhart, who gave us a forward roll as well. And this is 2-1 now. Watch this on the replay.
Yeah, so we see Alison Hogg making a good jump there, getting the defensive players moving sideways. Great bit of footwork there. And then he dives over. Nice little forward roll. Yeah.
I think there's a claim of a touch there from the female player for Wigan, but the referee was having none of it. He saw the fact that he planted the ball very quickly was key there.
Definitely.
So now Wigan attacking right to left, and this is great pace on the outside wing, and he just gets touched on the way over. A little grin between both players. We have a screen in front of us. We can't actually see that, but we do have a screen to be able to watch. Here's Jordan Melling looking for an opening. Some pace on these players. Out to the wing. Has she scored? I think there's some nods of heads between the officials. That will be given, and that's Joanna Edgerton's 3rd try of the match.
And there's our man again. Got all the skills, great long ball.
Yeah.
So he gets all the way on the outside of the mid player, Clark, and a nice chest pass all the way out to the winger for a touchdown in the corner.
The thing with Edgerton here is that that is great wing play because she's not just standing there for the ball, she's running onto it. So she's already got the pace as she receives the ball.
Yeah, definitely. So, and that's what you want your wingers to do. They just need to hug onto that sideline, stay in some space, and then obviously when the ball comes from you, all they need to do is catch and fall over really with this Wigan team.
Yeah. She's done that. Edgerton's done that really well. Ball's been dropped there. That's a giveaway. No. Referee's saying saying the ball wasn't actually in play beforehand, so we'll go again. We were hoping to have the referees mic'd up, but I think there was too many possible complications with it, so that may be the next tournament we webcast. That got very, very messy there from Bareback, but they were on last tackle, so the ball was flying around a little bit.
They usually don't have anything constructive to say anyway.
Probably just asking each other what time's tea or stuff like that. Yeah.
More than likely you're asking each other, did you see that? Because I didn't.
So Wigan come away. 3-1 ahead. Just over 5 minutes to go. This game has absolutely flown. The number of individual errors has been so low in this match as well. Been wonderful to see. Here's Sam Grant. And Wigan have time on their side as well, so they can slow it down if they want to a little bit. Gabriel Pennington there, number 8. Next matchup is Nottingham Mavericks up against the Cambridge Bees. Usually there's about a 5-minute gap between matches. Bareback need to do something quickly now. Time's running out and they still need to score 2. Ryan Meemschick. Here's Mitchell.
Oh, there's an intercept. Oh, no one's going to catch
Here's
him
a race.
Here.
Here's a race on.
Clarkie's looking like he's going to get there.
He's got some pace on the number 4. Has he got any support? He's got no support whatsoever.
That's a brilliant chase back there. I think most teams would have just let him go.
Yeah, that was Clark Hobson. What a brilliant play there from Hobson. If Bareback get a point out of this, I think it's Mr. Hobson who may watch this on replay later on and say, well, I helped there. There's a player down as well at the moment for Wigan who's, I don't know if he's pulled something on that run. He's not looking very happy at all down there.
No, it's Sam who did actually make that sort of break and, you know, stretching out his hamstring, so maybe he's got a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, he's calling for substitutes come on, so yeah. We've now got 6 aside. That's a wonderful inside pass. What a great try that is, and that's sealed the match now for Wigan.
You'll never guess who threw that pass either, will you?
Yeah. Let's look at this again on the replay. And here we go. Pennington with the ball. Off to Melling.
Just a good 2-on-1. Gareth Revel having to make a decision, just couldn't get his hand in the way.
And is it those sort of moves that really come out in the training pitch, that when you've practiced those moves and both players knew straight away as soon as that ball was touched they were both off, and that's what caught the defence out, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's really like it's the way that you probably should play rugby league or rugby union. It's isolating a particular defender to make them move into a position where they really have to make some harsh decisions. Touch is just one of those games where you can just see it work a lot better.
Yeah. Oh, that's a hefty collision there between 2 of the females, wing on wing. Number 14 for Bareback, a little bit slow getting up, Katie Green. There's a little bit of apology from the opposing player, Edgerton, who's, she scored 3 tries. In fact, no, it's number 7 out there, Megan Clayton. They're very similar looking, actually. Could be that Clayton actually scored that try down there beforehand. Well, I think Bareback have realised that this match is probably past them now. 3 points the difference. There's the throw out to the wing, but was that a forward pass?
Again, it was a forward pass. Yep. Right option, just not right execution.
Yeah. She was in acres of space there to get over the line, but the pass was forward, and free ball now for Wigan. Sam Hustle, Ingram, back to Edgerton. There's Costello, Melling again. Wigan just moving so smoothly around on the pitch. Great to watch. Melling again out left, and the tackles are up, but time is up really for Bareback. This one's going to be a Wigan victory.
Yeah, all Wigan have to do really is play out the clock now. There's about 1:20 odd to go.
Yeah.
No chance that Bareback will pull back those sort of three touchdowns here.
Do you think this could be the final later?
Yeah, I think you would probably suggest that it could be, but both teams are going to have to win the rest of their games for that to happen.
Looking at Group B in the elites, London Scorpions, Cambridge Hornets, Thames Valley, Canterbury and Nottingham. So these two teams are likely to be the top two teams in the A group.
Yeah, definitely. So, and then, you know, they're going to not sort of meet each other again unless it is a final.
Yeah. Bareback just, well, if they don't get to train very often, that's a lovely touch, but that was great defence actually from number 7. Megan Clayton saw that there was an issue there and she stepped in. And here's a race on for the line. And no touch there. And that will be a score there for Melling.
Man of the match there, I would say, for that young man.
Yeah.
And probably quite fitting that he gets the last touchdown.
Absolutely. What a great performance. It's all over. It's 7-1. 6-1, sorry. What a great victory that was. And Andrew, thanks for joining us. We're just going to take a quick break. And these two teams are going to, they've sized each other up. It was a comfortable victory, and we could see them again in the final. Andrew Beattie from Manchester Chargers is just leaving us, but we'll be back very shortly.